Welcome to Dose of Social, your recipe for social media success. I'm Lindsay Malk,
I'm Kayla Pearlstein.
and this is Dose
Dose
of
of Social.
Social. So today's episode is one that I'm very excited to record, mainly because Kayla, you and I haven't done a Lindsay Kayla episode in a while, at least not this season, right?
Not this season.
We've been so lucky to have so many wonderful guests on the show this season, but today Kayla and I are going to be talking to you about
YouTube.
YouTube. All right. So Kayla, let's talk YouTube we know YouTube is obviously like it's a social media platform. It started as a social media platform for video, sharing video. Let's talk about the history of YouTube because YouTube is really like kind of one of the first social media platforms in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and I mean recently I think we just realized that YouTube's been around for 20 years.
Yeah. So I learned this when my daughter came home from school with this scholastic pamphlet. Do you guys remember these from back in the day?
I do. At the doctor's office.
I remember these. And so she came home with this and it's all about YouTube turning 20. YouTube turns 20 this year.
So crazy.
And I was just like, wow, this is crazy. I mean, my daughter's in 4th grade and here she is getting a pamphlet learning about the history of YouTube. I'm officially old. But I think what's so interesting about YouTube is just kind of the evolution, right? And what I learned actually in looking at this article is that YouTube started because the founder posted a 19-second clip of a man standing near elephants at the zoo.
So random.
And really like it's interesting because it's probably not that video necessarily that is what made YouTube what it is, but it's just the fact that YouTube is a platform that was created for people to easily share videos. Now, originally it was designed for people to share videos with their friends and family and kind of easily have a way to upload it because video uploading back in the day was pretty cumbersome. It was not an easy process. I mean, I had a flip cam back in the day. Do you remember, Kayla, those flip cameras?
Do I remember? I remember the like the
The little
yeah,
handheld video recorder?
I mean, I
Isn't that
remember my parents had those, but I'm thinking of like the little cameras we had that had the little string that could go around your wrist and it was like do you know what
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
talking
gonna find a picture of a flip cam and we're gonna post it here in this story. But it was like a little camera, and this was before you had video like filming capabilities on your phone. And there's like, I mean, I remember carrying like a digital camera back in the club,
in the club, in the
back
club.
in the club back in the day. I'm dead.
Really dating yourself on this episode, Lindsay.
Listen, when you've been doing social media as long as I have, you've got some interesting things to share, like the flip cam. And I mean, I'm gonna date myself again, but like back in the day, like I worked at MySpace in 2006, 2007, and we had a partnership with Flipcam, and they sent us all these little cameras, and they were these little cameras, and they were very innovative at the time because you couldn't film video on your phones like that. Just smartphones kind of weren't a thing yet.
Yeah, we had flip phones.
Flip phones, yes, flip cams, flip phones, yeah. So YouTube, that was really how YouTube got started. And then YouTube was quickly acquired by Google in 2006 for, I think it was like over $1 billion, which was a huge acquisition at the time. I mean, can't even imagine what the valuation would be today.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then YouTube really took off from there. And a lot of it is because backed by Google, the largest search engine in the world,
Mm-hmm.
you have all this capability to type in whatever your heart desires and find video on that topic, right? For better or for worse.
Yeah, and I actually have a funny story that I just remembered about this because I did not think to go to YouTube first, but I had purchased a Barstool Sports pizza oven, a one slice pizza oven that I have outside in my backyard, and it did not come with instructions. So when we tried to use it, it was a big fail. And now I was like, oh, I should just Google it and figure out how to use it. And of course, it opens like 4 YouTube videos, which I should have just gone to in the first place. But literally anything you can't figure out how to do, go to YouTube, type it in.
Yeah, like how-tos on YouTube are just so popular, reviews. Um, yeah, and a lot of it is because it's its own search engine in itself, right? So, you can essentially find videos on anything, like we just said, but then also it's a form of entertainment. So
Mhm.
people are watching vlogs on YouTube, like, from back in the day. I mean, I think there's still vloggers on YouTube, like YouTubers who film literally every second of their day, and then they boil it down into a 40-minute long form video that you watch like you would watch an episode on Netflix or Disney Plus, and you're just going on YouTube and watching. I know there's a lot of families that blog in this format, like, you're watching a family take their kids to go get braces and, like, do everything throughout their day. I mean, like, for me, I'm like, "Why are we watching this?" But I know that there are kids out there that love that type of content, and there's kids today that are aspiring YouTube content creators.
Well, and I think, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure the Paul brothers started on YouTube, Jake and Logan Paul. And then when Vine became really big, they got on there too, and then kind of got their start in social media. But I believe their start came from YouTube with
Oh,
vlogging.
interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Don't quote me, but I think that's what it said on their show. So,
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, YouTube, just from a social media platform perspective, I mean, you're not necessarily engaging with other people on YouTube. You're engaging with video content, long form content, and then you can subscribe to someone's channel, and you can leave a comment for them, or you can leave them a thumbs up or thumbs down, and that also helps fuel the algorithm to know whether or not they should surface that content to other people who might be interested in similar types of content.
yeah.
Yeah, so YouTube, I mean, it's interesting because when I first started working in social media, YouTube was always I had brands ask me, like, "Should I be posting to YouTube?" And I'm like, "Yes, if you have video." But back in the day,
No one
brands
had
weren't
video.
mini production agencies like they are now,
Yeah.
right? So now it's like, if you're a brand on social media in 2025, you have to be producing video content. And so therefore YouTube makes sense as a platform, right? If you're producing video, post that video on YouTube. There's a lot of people searching for content on YouTube, and you can benefit from using keyword rich descriptions and, like, language in your titles and all those things, and find potential new viewers and subscribers.
Yeah. And with YouTube being a long form content platform, they then had to adapt with everything else that was happening with social media. So now, if you're posting reels or on TikTok for clients or your own brand or business, you should be on YouTube because they now have YouTube Shorts, which is essentially the same thing, just under their platform.
That's a great segue, Kayla. Um, as we move into 20 years later, fast forward, YouTube trend, YouTube Shorts, right? I mean, that is, I would say, YouTube has evolved, and that is probably one of the biggest things that I see right now with YouTube is YouTube Shorts, because with YouTube Shorts, I mean, you can upload short form content that's
Mm-hmm.
under 60 seconds, I think is the limit, right?
Uh, I think you can do up to 3 minutes now.
Oh, up to 3 minutes. Okay. But it's vertical video. So that's also, the evolution of filming here on your phone vertically versus
Horizontal.
horizontal in the past. which YouTube was also kind of known for, right? You wanted to make sure you filmed in that landscape format so that you could put it on YouTube. Whereas now YouTube Shorts enables you to upload that vertical video into a format that you're already doing, right?
Mhm.
So now, like in the past, I would tell my clients, yes, if we're creating long form video content, we want to upload it to YouTube, but that doesn't mean we need to upload new videos to YouTube every Wednesday or upload videos just because we need to create content for YouTube. But now with social media being so video focused in 2025, I mean, if you're a brand on social media, you're filming probably you're posting multiple videos per week on your platforms. So take whatever you're doing on Instagram Reels and TikTok and put it on YouTube Shorts. You're already making the content.
Yeah. Definitely a couple of things to note with YouTube. So with Reels and TikTok, obviously sometimes we go on and we'll choose trending songs. A lot of the times those cannot be used on YouTube due to copyright issues. So if it's a video of you talking and you want to put some type of like low music behind it, you can pull something usually instrumental off of Canva on the back end, or you can just upload it of you talking. If it's something that does require music, just make sure it's not a copyrighted situation. And YouTube's pretty good about telling you that when you upload it too.
Yeah, and the site that we use for finding copyright-free music is artlist.io, so we have a subscription there for LTM, and we'll go in there and find whatever music kind of suits the mood of the video.
Yeah, and to your point earlier, so keywords are huge on YouTube because YouTube is such a big search engine. So making sure your title has the keywords in there that you want, your description has the keywords, and a link to wherever you're linking them to, because your viewers can click on that link. But there's also a section where you can add tags. And so we make sure to add specific keywords there that help boost your views as well. And so we've tested it with clients on different videos based on whatever the video is and changing up the keywords and seeing the difference in the views on each video.
Nice, that's great. Yeah, I mean, a lot of brands also do like a boilerplate for YouTube where at the end of the description that they have just exactly kind of what you described. Like follow us on other social media platforms, so they have their link to their Instagram, to their website, to their TikTok, and it's just always something standard that appears at the end of the description. Another thing with shorts that I did want to bring up is it's not only great for organic, just if you're posting these videos on Reels and TikTok, for example, you know, making sure the music situation is all cleared, make sure you don't have any like TikTok watermarks on it or whatever on the videos,
Mm-hmm.
but uploading that. But then also, if you are a business or a brand that's leveraging Google Ads, we're also making sure that we are including YouTube short videos in our PMAX campaigns on Google Ads. So PMAX stands for Performance Max, and they're campaigns that brands run on Google Ads for their ads to appear across all Google properties. And so you want to be on YouTube, right? And so that gives you that opportunity to have your content shown to a larger audience as well there. I've been really surprised at how well brands that I work with who are not YouTubers per se, but we've uploaded content to YouTube because we're already creating it and it does really well. And we're like, whoa, this is awesome.
Mm-hmm. There's almost I mean, it kind of is a little bit of a different audience. We work with a skincare brand and their videos, perform great on Instagram. And then on YouTube, they hit a high amount of views recently than what they've been hitting before. And I think also, again, paying attention to those keywords that you're implementing, making sure you're choosing a good cover photo, which I think I'm not sure if they updated it to where you can fix it on the desktop version, but you can toggle with it on the app on your phone.
Yeah,
So,
it's still the mobile app.
yeah. So those are some tips. Also on the back end when you're uploading videos, there's a section where it says, is it something that children can watch or not? So you just have to pick that. People can remix your video or just audio only. So that was something that I actually didn't realize until one of our clients, who's very much involved with YouTube, had told us, because I guess people were remixing her videos and they didn't want that to happen, but she's totally fine if they remix the audio. So we've always changed that. And then another cool piece that I think it's not recently new, but I think they had updated it a couple of months ago or sometime last year. But if you have a long form video, so for example, we have a client that she shoots long form videos and then cuts up shorts from those videos. So then when we post it, we make sure in the description we link it to the full video. But then there's now a section that you can add the full video if it's on your YouTube. So you just type in the title of the video, it pops up, and you can link it to the short so people can go
Oh,
and
that's
easily
great.
find the long video.
That's a great way to use YouTube Shorts to promote the long form content.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you brought that up. Another thing to note with YouTube Shorts is, Kayla, you touched on this a little bit earlier, is the different audience, right? And 40% of YouTube users' audience, they don't watch Instagram Reels. They are not on TikTok. They are not on those platforms. They are like YouTube people. Okay. Like there is a whole audience of people that only for social media, they're using YouTube. So you have an opportunity to reach a larger audience that's not even on these other platforms that you're designing the content for. But hey, you've already got the content. So bring it on over to YouTube.
Mm-hmm. I can't tell you how many clients or potential clients I've talked to where they're really adamant about wanting to get on TikTok, and I'll ask if they're on YouTube, and they either have a channel but they don't use it, or they don't have a channel at all, and they are completely just missing a whole new audience.
Yeah, and there's so many creators on the platform too, and there's now podcasting capabilities on YouTube as well. There's a huge gaming community on YouTube of
Mm-hmm.
like gamers. So yeah, I mean, there's something for everyone on the platform.
Yeah.
There's YouTube TV too. I mean, our family, that's what we use for TV. We don't have cable. We use YouTube TV and we stream it on a Fire Stick to our TV, and that's how we watch TV.
I'll even say that, with everything that's going on with TikTok and wherever that may land, I've been pushing clients, if they're on TikTok and they're on Instagram and they have video content, they need to be on YouTube, because I don't foresee YouTube going anywhere anytime soon. And as we have talked on many times on this episode, it is such a great search engine that you need to be on there.
Yeah, it's definitely not going anywhere. It's owned by Google. It's in my opinion, it's probably just only going to continue to be more and more relevant. I just think that they've really done a good job of adapting too. Of like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Shorts has been great, and the integration within Google's just obviously being powered by Google and having those search engine capabilities, but then also the way you can tag into Google Ads too, and all those things. It's just very powerful.
Yeah, I agree.
Awesome. So Kayla, what else should someone who's listening to this episode, like maybe you're listening to this episode and you're like, oh, I'm not really sure like how I should get started on YouTube. Like what are some tips for getting started? Like should you have like a handful of videos ready to go, or should you just post one? Like what do you think the best strategy is for someone who is listening to this right now and thinking about starting a YouTube channel?
With anything, I'll probably say to just start. There's never really going to be a perfect time. I mean, ideally, I think if you had more than one video to start with, that would be a good start. But if you just have one, just start. You could post it and it could perform really well and get you more excited to share more video content.
Yeah, totally. I think the secret to getting started, I wrote this on a recent Substack article. The secret to getting started is
Starting.
to start. So yeah, and with that, I mean, you're going to want to have some sort of cover image, your profile icon. Just use whatever you're using on your other platforms, and then you'll have a header image that you'll upload. And again, you can use what you're using on other platforms, just resize the specs to fit YouTube's requirements. And then go for it. Just do it.
And if you also have other questions, just look it up on YouTube.
Look it up on YouTube. You can always DM us on social media too, me and Kayla. I'd be like, hey, I'm listening to this episode. What do you think? We'd be stoked to hear from you. So, yeah. So I would say takeaways from this. If you're not on YouTube, definitely you're creating video content, get on YouTube. Leverage YouTube Shorts and repurpose your content from Instagram Reels and TikTok into YouTube Shorts. And finally, take a tour around YouTube, play with it, see what works, see what types of content you're seeing in your feed and how your experience is, because then that can also inform you how you can use it for better for your business.
Yeah, I agree with all of those.
All right. Well, and you can also watch this episode on video on YouTube.
And our shorts.
And our shorts. So, all right. So, YouTube, great platform. Happy 20th birthday, YouTube.
Happy birthday.
We're out.
Bye.